we're going to be checking out the best new features of the Apple Watch Series 5. Hey everyone, it is Andrew from AppleInsider here, and I am excited. We have the brand new Apple Watches in our studio. We have a few of them to check out today. So there is a few different changes in the Apple Watch Series 5, and we're going to go through all of our top features. So here are the best new features, the top features of the Apple Watch Series 5. The first top feature of the Apple Watch Series 5 is two new case materials. We have ceramic, which isn't technically new. Ceramic debuted with early models of the Apple Watch, but has returned here for the Series 5. It only comes in that bright, glossy white color. The second case material is titanium. Titanium is entirely new for the Apple Watch, and there are two different versions of it. There's the darker version and the silver version. Both of them have a lovely brushed texture to them, which is different than the glossy texture of the stainless steel and the matte soft finish of the aluminum. It's kind of the best of both worlds. It gives you a great, heavier feel than the aluminum and has a different finish. Compared to the stainless steel, it's a little bit lighter, so not quite as heavy. It is very fingerprint resistant on both the silver and the black models, and because of that finish that is on the outside, it is far more durable than the stainless steel, which is prone to a lot of small micro scratches. The next top feature of the Apple Watch Series 5 is the S5 SoC. SoC stands for System on Chip, and it's basically just a bunch of different components in a single chip. So you have your CPU, GPU, and other components all baked into one component. Now, the CPU itself is the same as what we saw with the Series 4, but with the Series 5, it does have a few different parts that are different, including a new display driver and a power management chip that helps maintain that all-day battery life, and it drives that new always-on Retina display. We'll come back to that one in a moment. Number 3 is the compass. Now, adventurous individuals may be really excited about the compass, but a lot of other people are going to completely count this out. They're not even going to bother looking at the compass. Apple did do a great job implementing it, has a gorgeous dedicated app, it's accessible to third parties and their apps, and it has a complication that can be viewed on the watch face. From the app, users can see the heading along with elevation, latitude, longitude, and incline. What really sold us as normal users on the compass is the addition to the Maps app. Now, Maps can actually tell which way you're facing. So if you do a lot of navigation with your Apple Watch in the Maps app, this is huge. We use it a lot when we're in the city, and it can be a bit disorienting which way you're supposed to be facing, which streets to go down. So it can take a little bit to follow out if you're just looking at your watch. But now you can say which way you're headed, and you know if you're going in the right way. Number 4 is more storage. This is kind of a big deal this time around. Previous Apple Watches shipped with a maximum of 16 gigs, but the Series 5 can go up to 32. Since it comes with 32 gigs of storage, it gives you more room to store things like music for offline listening. But what's even bigger is with watchOS 6, apps can now be downloaded direct from the App Store to the Apple Watch and be completely independent of your iPhone. What that means is apps are going to now be taking a little bit more space on your Apple Watch, so that internal storage can go a long way. Next up is international cellular bands. For cellular Apple Watch users, the Series 5 now has international emergency calling. Should an emergency happen nearly anywhere in the world, pressing and holding the side button will make the call to the local emergency services. It functions even if you don't have a cellular plan currently active. Next is an improved ambient light sensor. The ambient light sensor has always been inside of Apple Watch, and it controls the display, allowing it to brighten and dim itself based on its environment. The new Apple Watch Series 5 has an improved ambient light sensor that makes the display even more responsive and quick to adjust its brightness wherever you are. Now you'll never have to worry about the display being too dim or too bright ever again. Number 7 on our list is that beautiful always-on Retina display. Last year with the Series 4, Apple included an LTPO OLED Retina display, but what it didn't include was the additional hardware necessary to keep it running all the time. With the Series 5 and that new S5 processor, it's going to allow that display to stay on all the time. It'll automatically dim itself and drop down as low as 1 Hz for refresh rate when it's not being actively looked at. A lot of people have been clamoring for this feature since the debut of the original Apple Watch, but it took Apple some time to get it just right. And in our opinion, it's a feature that once you have, you never want to give up. It works on the watch face, during workouts, and even inside of third-party apps. Last but certainly not least is the debut of a black option for the Hermés Apple Watch. Now it no longer is limited to just silver, so if you're looking at the Hermés model of Apple Watch but you want something darker, it comes with those exclusive watch faces and sometimes the exclusive bands, so it's something you could only get by going with the actual Hermés Apple Watch edition. So with the black model, it now opens up to an even wider audience who may want that most premium of Apple Watches. So that is it. Those are the top features of the Apple Watch Series 5. What do you guys think? Is this enough to make you jump to the Apple Watch Series 5? Or if you haven't had an Apple Watch yet, are you going to be picking up the Apple Watch Series 5? Definitely drop us a line below in the comments or reach me directly on Twitter at Andrew_OSU and let me know what you decide. Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.